Destur. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Destur madari sahib. Nawaitu ar-Rahman tuzlan. Hasbunallah. Hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-azim. Tarikatana Sohbet fil hayri min jamiyat. Our way continues with association. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Shaykh and his blessings, since he established this Dergah over 10 years ago, and continuously before that for over 25 years, never Shaykh Effendi is skipping Thursday night zikr and giving the sohbet, and continuing Friday night too, and zikr and sohbet. And it is our intention, inshallah rahman, until we die, not to miss the zikr and the sohbet. Those who want to be with us, you're welcome. Those who don't want to be with us, you're welcome too. Wait to see what's going to happen. The decisions that you make in your life, you're saying, walking in the way of Allah, it is too much. Then wait to see those who are not in the way of Allah, what they have prepared for you. Our intention is to continue, not to give up, inshallah. We are weak, so when we are falling, we are asking those strong ones, our Shaykh, to pick us up, to shake us up, for us to come back to the Siratul Mustaqim. This is not an association where people can take breaks. You're taking a break from Allah, then is that what you're trying to say? We are here for Allah's sake. Good days and not so good days. Whether we have something or we don't have something. What it means now, when everything is good, we are here for Allah. And we're making zikr and listening to sohbet. And when the days are a little bit tight, we are running away. We're saying this is too much. What does it mean then, that time? You know what it means. Wake up before it's too late. The hand is reaching out to grab you, but you are kicking and you are biting. And you are turning into a wild animal, following your wild ego. On top of it, saying the blame is coming from here, from us. Wake up before it's too late. The month of Rajab is entering, inshallah rahman. If it's not tonight, tomorrow. Shaykh Mawlana is celebrating it on Saturday, meaning Friday night it enters. We are continuing that tradition in this Dergah for so many decades. Shaykh Effendi keeping that alive. It is our promise, inshallah, to keep that alive. Who knows if Allah is going to extend our life till next year. But at least our intention is not to give it up. Not to give it up when the days are hard. Not to say, oh, the days are easy, I'm never going to give it up. Never, never, never. But when you get squeezed, you get pushed into a corner a little bit, and you say, oh, this is too much. And I want to take a break. New style, taking a break. Go take a break. They're going to break you. Believe me. They're going to break you. Enough. And you are not waking up. They're going to break you even more. You are free. But you are never free from the consequences that you make. You are never free from the results. You're free to act. Any action that you want to do, you're free to do. But you are not free from the consequences. Never you're going to be free from the consequences. You do a right action, your results will be good. You do a wrong, bad action, your results will be bad. If you're not turning around to ask for forgiveness and to come back, not enough now, American style, ask for forgiveness and I do as I like. No, you ask for forgiveness, you clean up your mess. And then you come back to the Siratul Mustaqim. Don't say, oh, I'm asking for forgiveness, so everything is okay. I can do as I like again. That means you are sinking deeper into trouble. You better wake up, because more difficult days, they are ahead of us. Shaykh Efendi is telling us that the winds, they are going to blow. Don't let you or me, I'm not putting myself out from this. Don't let us to be those weak ones that when the winds, they are blowing a little bit, we're going to fall. The strength comes when the winds are blowing, not when there's nice breeze coming. That one, you're not being tested for nothing. When you are tested, that means there is some hardship involved. But after every hardship, there is going to be ease. Allah is promising every hardship, there is going to be ease. But no ease for those ones who insist on being the stubborn, on being arrogant. Ease is not going to come until you ask for forgiveness. And you act on that. Month of Rajab is entering, inshallah Rahman. Shahrullah, the month of Allah. The month of forgiveness. The month where if you fast the first day of Rajab, you get the blessings of fasting 3 years. If you fast for the second day, 2 years. If you fast for the third day, 1 year. As if you fasted the whole year. It's not as if. You are going to get the blessings of 1 year's worth of fasting. And every day of that month, if you are fasting, you get the rewards, the blessings of 1 month. In these days, to walk into the month, and to walk in the way of Allah, you have to be in Jamaat. It is more important now. Don't think that you'll be able to do this when you are far away. Your hearts are here. Yes, that's okay. Physically, you can be far away. So many of us, they are far away from Dergah too, but their hearts are always here. They're always giving salams. They're always thinking. They're always sending message, and we know, we feel that they are here. Those who are here and they don't want to be here, either change your head or they'll change the way that you are supposed to be. They are not changing it, you are. Don't forget, the night of Barat is coming. The night of Barat, if we're not preparing it from the month of Rajab for Barat, don't think that time when the night of Barat is coming, we're going to get a good grade, a good diploma. You're not preparing. How are you going to be able to be graded then based on the work that you're doing, that you're not preparing for it? You're going to fail. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the month of Rajab first, and the Barat is right in the center of the 3 holy months. You prepare for it. The night of Barat is very important, because the night of Barat is going to make us, or is going to break us for the coming year. The pen is going to write what is going to happen to us in the following year. But the pen is not going to write unless we are moving it. Our intentions and our actions makes the pen to write our destiny. So how are we going to prepare for the night of Barat? We're going to start it from the month of Rajab. At least. Fasting in the month of Rajab, always asking for forgiveness, making more salawats, reciting more Ikhlasu Sharif, doing more istighfar, reading of Quran, whatever that you can do, do. But these are all the actions that anyone can do. We are Shaykh Efendi's Jamaat. What is important for us is not so much to sit empty and to say zikr empty. We are supposed to do it, we must do the zikr. But it is important to sit down. And we are sincerely asking Allah for forgiveness. How are you going to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness sincerely? Allah is saying, don't come to my presence with these 2 sins. One is the shirk, partnership to me, which I may forgive you if I want. The other, he says, I will never forgive you. And which one is that? When you take the rights of others. Allah is saying, I will not forgive you until that one that you have wronged has forgiven you. So how are we going to ask for istighfar, forgiveness, just to sit down empty and say astaghfirullah, 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 our minds circling somewhere, our heart circling somewhere? No. Sit down somewhere, especially the time between Asr and Maghrib. Make intention that you are entering into seclusion. Sit and understand the wrong things you have done today, yesterday, last week, last month, last year, in your life. Sit and understand. Don't sit and enter into illusions and delusions. Sit and understand the mistakes, our mistakes that we have done to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to each other. Then find ways to clean it up. Find ways at least to say to Allah, Ya Rabbi, I'm weak, open the way for me to clean up this mess, because you are saying that you will not forgive me until they have forgiven me. Don't think you have wronged someone now. You're just going to let it go just like that. How much zikr you do, how much hajj you do, how much Quran you read, unless you go to that one and you ask for forgiveness, it's a big question mark. Allah is going to accept it or not. Especially now, if you are going to wrong those ones who are awliya Allah, those ones who are close to Him, those ones who are serving Him. We are not walis. May our service be accepted. But we should wake up to understand what are the obstacles in front of us that we put by ourselves. Don't say other people put for us. Don't say Allah put for us. Don't say, well, I'm like that, I cannot change, so what? Don't say, Allah made me this way, I cannot change. Then, if we say that, we are following what Shaitan is saying. Shaitan is saying, I didn't make sajda to Adam alayhi salam. I didn't make any mistake. Because in reality, Allah knows me. Allah knows that I was going to make that before I make that. He's the one who put this ego inside of me. So, I did what He wills me to do. You see how shaitanic the logic is? He's blaming Allah. He's not blaming Himself. He's blaming Allah to say, Allah knows I was going to make the mistake. So, I make the mistake. I didn't do anything against Allah. I'm doing something that Allah has put in me. Don't fall into that. These sohbets, these words, these stories are real. They're not there for us just to listen, to put one ear and to put out through the other. But when we go through certain difficulties in our lives, to take that and to use our will, that is the time where we have to use our will. To say, Shaykh Efendi says like this. I'm feeling this way. My ego is pulling this way. But Shaykh Efendi says something like this. I'm asking for help. Don't just sit there and say, I can't move. You can't move. You're not dead yet. You saying you cannot move. You cannot do anything. Do you go to the bathroom? Do you go to eat? Do you go to sleep? If you don't go to the bathroom, if you don't eat and you don't sleep and you say, I cannot do anything, that time I'm saying, okay, that's fine. You are out of this talk. It doesn't concern you. But you still know how to go to, that means you're still using your will. You still have a will. You're hungry, you still eat. You still sleep. You still do so many other things. So use that will. Don't put that will aside. Month of Rajab, put that will. Month of Shaban, put more of that will. Month of Ramadan, we're supposed to be in line with the will of Allah. We are supposed to be together with the will of our spirit, the will of the angels, not to eat and to drink and to be involved in animal desires and animal characteristics. Murids must get themselves ready before. Yes, you are praying, we are going to pray. You are making zikr, we're going to make the zikr. You are reading, we're making the reading. But if you are not sitting down to make this tafakkur, to think and to understand and to fix, all that worship Possibility is going to be complete zero. But when you think, when you understand, when you try to take one step, thinking of 1 hour is better than 100 years of worship. Then that's the time you're going to say, yes, this is a holy month. This is the month of Allah. This is the month of forgiveness. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to ask Allah for forgiveness. And I'm going to ask those ones that I've done something wrong for forgiveness. These days, you only look at what others do to you. 21st century mankind. 21st century arrogant and stubborn Muslims. What people do to me, I will always forget. I will never forgive. But never looking at what wrongs you are doing. Looking at what wrong you're doing is not just to say, okay, I did something wrong, so what? I'm sorry, so what? Then continue as if nothing happened. No. If you're following this Jamaat, if you're following Shaykh Efendi, you know that is not what he wants us to do. We are not forcing anyone. You do as you like. But like I said before, you cannot be free to run away from the consequences of your actions. Someone is always footing the bill. You always have to pay the check. You go and you order 1 cup of coffee from anywhere. They give you a check and you walk out without paying it. They will call the police. You think, what makes us think? Arrogant, ignorant ones. What makes us think that we can do anything that we like and we're not going to pay it, especially to each other, and just to run away and to do as we like? It is too much, too much. You don't know what too much is yet. This is nothing. This is the month of forgiveness. We should sit somewhere and ask. We should sit somewhere and ask ourselves, what wrong did I do today to my Lord and to others? Sit and try to understand. That time your nafs will turn from nafsu amara to nafsu mutmain. That time your heart is going to change. That time you're going to become better. Not to be stubborn, not to do things like a robot. Inshallah Rahman. May this month be blessed for us. Our wish is nothing but to be better in serving Shaykh Efendi in his way. That is our wish. That is our only goal. To make him happy. And signs are coming left and right, whether he is happy with our work or not. Alhamdulillah, as a group, as a community, as a Jama'at, he is happy with our direction. Open signs given. And still we are calling others, and we are calling those ones who have heads they have turned, their hearts they have turned. We say, come back. There is no other door. Come back. If you don't want to come back, then that time you are free. You are cutting the ties. You are free. But you are circling around in the universes that time, and everything that is blowing at you, you're going to get lost. You are free, but you're going to be lost. May we be always under the feet of our Shaykh and keep our association strong, inshallah. We are here for this month. This month there are holy days, holy nights, and the special prayers that we have to do. Important, like I said before, Shaykh, and he's always telling us, take the time for some minutes, some time between Asr and Maghrib, to sit down, make the intention that we are doing seclusion, and sit down, make some zikr, and to think and to ask Allah for forgiveness. Inshallah Rahman, may this month be powerful and open for our Shaykh. May it be powerful and open for him to send more of his himmat to us. May we have more power and more faith to offer more hizmat in his way. May all the nazar be removed from us. May all the wrong people be removed from us. May hypocrisy be lifted from our hearts. May more faith and sincerity enter. May we become stronger in our faith, inshallah. May all those who are standing in front of us, that is blocking our way, obstacles to this way, may they be removed, inshallah. And all those ones who are looking to come to our way, may their way be open to come. Wa min Allahu tawfiq, for the sake of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, our grand Shaykh and our Sahibul Saif, for the sake of all those ones who are suffering, Ya Rabbi, all those ones in your name, because they are serving you and they're suffering and they're under torture. Ya Rabbi, we're asking you to make it easy for them, Ya Rabbi. We're asking you, Ya Rabbi, for all those who are suffering in the hospitals and they are sick, if it is good for them, take their lives. It is good for them, grant them cure, Ya Rabbi. We're asking all those ones who have passed from our families and our close ones for more blessings to come for this month, Ya Rabbi. And all those ones who are coming after us, for them to be good ones to pray for us, Ya Rabbi. Al-Fatiha.